Recording.
Live and recording.
As though it says.
Guess I should bring up the document so that I can do my
Oh, right.
at the beginning of the show. You see, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to episode number 850 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. I'm your host, Chris Johnston, and with me, as always, from Canada, is Mr. Greg Stewart.
Hello.
How do you feel about that? 850 episodes, sir.
Seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot of podcasting.
150 more till we can quit.
I know, right?
Again, are we? We're doing that bit again, are we?
Absolutely, we are.
Where we achieve enlightenment.
Chestnut.
Yep.
Yeah.
I looked it up today out of curiosity.
It's also when season 2 starts. Yeah.
I believe it's January 18th, 2026.
Oh, is that the day?
Will be the big 1K.
Oh, damn.
God, not till 2026, eh?
Yep. Right after my birthday.
You said
January
January
50.
January what?
January 18th, 2026. I will have just turned
You'll be
51.
51. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I turned 50 in 2026.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Jesus
Lord.
Christ.
So.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
That's
Well, this is a depressing start to the show.
Yeah.
Sure is. All right. And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
I'm going to make it a little more depressing, Greg.
Phil Killjoy Theobald.
At
Let's
the
see
store
it.
the other day.
Oh,
Mhm.
God.
There
Let
it
me know
is.
when
I
it's
found
over.
a hot new beverage.
Yeah.
Sweeping the nation. This is, of course, Pepsi Cross Peeps,
Peepsi.
What's wrong with this?
colloquially known.
On top of everything else, neither of those things taste good by themselves.
Okay, well, first of all, you're wrong on both counts
No, I'm not.
because, you know, I prefer Coke, of course.
Naturally.
I'm not a monster,
Okay. At least
But-
we can agree on that.
but I still enjoy Pepsi and Peeps. I mean, it's me. It's marshmallow covered with sugar.
Yeah.
Obviously, I enjoy Peeps
Oh,
on their
no.
own.
It's one big package of
Of Peeps
diabetes.
of marshmallow.
Early onset diabetes.
My goodness.
Yeah.
The old stand. Talk about old chestnuts.
Yeah.
I had a piece of candy. Diabetes. You mean? Goodness gracious. So I have some Peeps. I have some Peepsi. Greg has bounced because he doesn't want to be any part of this.
Or
I'm
he's
gonna try
going to
this.
get his own Peeps.
I hope so.
Think they have Peeps up there in Canada?
I don't think so. They
They
have
look like moose.
marshmallow mousse and whatever sound moose make. I don't know. Low grunt.
I guess so.
I don't know. Low grunties.
Yeah.
A delicious marshmallow treat.
Now, are you going to?
7.5.
Would you wash down?
Jesus, he
a
hasn't
Peep-
even opened it yet.
Would you wash down a Peep with the Peepsi?
What's
Is
that?
Would you wash? Would you eat a Peep and then wash it down with the Peepsi?
I mean, clearly I'm going to.
Okay. I didn't know
see
if you were
here.
going to taste it by itself.
These are
first.
tiny cans. This is only 7.5 fluid ounces.
Well, they know how dangerous it is.
Well, that's just it. That's why I have two, just in case something goes wrong and I accidentally end up enjoying this.
Probably
see.
not though.
There we go. There we go. Oh, you can smell it.
What are the notes? What are the notes like?
Marshmallow.
Okay.
There we go. We're just
Oh wow!
I'm actually
Whoa.
pouring this.
Pouring that into a chalice.
There we
This is
go.
Your Peeps chalice.
It's a wine glass because we're classy here.
I prefer chalice.
There we go. The one can of this fits nicely into a wine glass.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's how you know it's the perfect size, right? That's what I
Exactly.
always told.
Is that how much wine you normally put in your glass?
I was gonna
Drinking wine?
say that's a pretty.
No, I have
full
a
glass of wine.
a big gulp cup that I use for that.
I figured.
Yeah, it definitely
Figured.
smells like like fake marshmallow.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you definitely got to swish it around.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, coat your teeth with it.
Yeah.
It I'm not gonna say good, but I'm not gonna say bad.
Well, Pepsi is already pretty sweet. It's on the sweeter side.
It absolutely is.
You're adding sweetness to sweetness.
It does taste just kind of like vanilla Pepsi.
Oh.
So I don't know. Let's see here.
Which I definitely cannot.
I'm gonna bust open an actual marshmallow Peep.
Oh, now what you should have had is you should have had a marshmallow Peep and just regular Pepsi to
mix it
compare.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on here. Let's see. This is the way.
Oh shit.
This is the way to drink this. There we go.
Oh.
You put the Peep on the rim of the wine glass. That makes it look fancy.
Yeah. And if you had time to prepare, you should sugar the rim as well.
There we go. Oh yeah, like a.
Yeah.
There we go.
You should melt down some Peeps to sugar the rim.
We're dipping the Peep in the Peep Pepsi. There we go. Yeah, it just tastes like a wet Peep. It's not bad. No.
Wet.
No. There we go.
I think we might have a show title.
That's good. Well,
yeah. Experiment complete.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to drink this every day.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's better than the Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. I'll tell you that much.
Well, that doesn't take much.
No, it really did. Oh god, that stuff was nasty.
I love Easter time, not for the Peeps and not for the Peepsi, but for the Cadbury eggs. I'm a fan of Cadbury eggs.
Cadbury eggs are good.
Either the cream eggs or the caramel eggs. I'm down with either one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Could go.
Now, of course, we're Americans, so we get the inferior Cadbury egg.
That's right. Yeah, we do.
I did not know that.
Do you guys have the good ones up in Canada?
They also changed the formula quite recently, in a couple of years back.
Define the good ones. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, if you get like a European Cadbury chocolate, it tastes
good,
a fair bit better than what we have here.
Oh,
yeah.
So you guys are connoisseurs of this stuff. Like I'm not.
Okay.
You're asking the wrong guy.
I'm seeing in the chat that Cadbury eggs are the same between U.S. and Canada.
Okay, there you go.
So,
well, that's a shame.
My condolences to my friends up north. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Coffee crisp is all you need. So
I see. Well, you're gonna
enjoy that. It ain't bad.
Not bad.
It ain't. I mean, it's not great. It just kind of tastes like vanilla Pepsi, which is fine by me.
I can't do the vanilla soda anymore. I can't.
Why's that?
It doesn't taste good to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I love a good vanilla Coke.
I'm not down. Like if we're going to like a soda fountain, and there's like a soda jerk making it.
What'd you call me? Like real Coke with real vanilla in it.
Added to it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
How we used to get it at Mel's Dine-In. Sorry, Dine-In.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or a cherry Coke, like a real, or even chocolate Coke. Chocolate Coke, pretty good.
Chocolate Coke, delicious.
Yeah. But it has to be from a fountain. It cannot be.
I see.
The pre-made garbage.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow.
Strong words.
Hot takes. Cool beverages and hot takes here on the Player One podcast.
That's right. All right. Should we talk about some video game news?
I guess. I don't have any more novelty snacks, so I suppose we can.
Don't see why not. All right. So this week, quite a few things happening, quite a few games hitting, quite a few updates hitting.
I should just have a glass of wine every week because this feels natural. This feels right. You know, I know. Yeah, right now I have the novelty soda in it, but
I can't believe we're 15 minutes into this episode.
I mean,
nice glass of
we're 10 minutes in.
Yeah,
Chardonnay while I'm enjoying the show. It would make you guys a lot more tolerable.
True.
But
hey, this week's going to be pretty tolerable because Metroid Fusion joins the Game Boy Advance library for NSO.
It's a good game.
That is a great game.
That is a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of wonder, is it going to have any connectivity?
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Remastered.
So what was it unlocked the original Metroid, didn't it? In one of the versions when you connected the two?
But then also the fusion suit, right? Wasn't there a fusion suit?
Right. Was it in Prime?
I thought so.
You don't know.
I don't know though.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be a suit. Yeah, so I'm curious about whether that's gonna be a thing or not. But either way, it doesn't matter. 2 great games. So
2 great games indeed. Also hitting Nintendo Switch this week is Wave 4 of the Mario Kart 8 Booster Pack.
Oh.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, please do.
Did you guys play Wave 3?
I did not.
I did not.
Me neither.
This one has 8 tracks, and one of them is completely new. Yoshi's Island, completely new track.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I mean, that's pretty exciting.
It is.
In general, I've been kind of underwhelmed by the new track, the waves.
I want more functionality within Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, you can make rooms and stuff, but the online play just isn't as fun as it could be. But
I'm more just not a fan of like most of the tracks just aren't doing it for me. That's all. Just, especially those ones from the mobile game. Yeah.
Mario Kart Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Okay. All right.
So I just I kind of checked out after the second wave and yeah.
When do you think we'll actually see a Mario Kart 9? Are we going to see
as soon as people stop buying 8. So
I implore you, general public, stop buying that.
At this rate, will it be the next Nintendo console? Like,
I would imagine.
I would assume.
I feel like it will.
Yeah.
This has got to be the biggest lag between Mario Karts that we've seen, right?
Well, I mean, the Wii U kind of screwed it all up, right? I mean,
the Wii U screwed it all up. How?
As in,
it was a good console that nobody played, and
it was a good console that nobody bought. So, like, I'm assuming Mario Kart 8 was one of the most successful games on that console.
Yeah,
but it was, it was the most.
Did you see that polygon chart?
I don't. Yeah, right. It was the most successful game on a console that relatively few people were playing. So, of course, just like everything else, where Nintendo re-released absolutely everything worth re-releasing on the Switch.
Yeah,
I mean, Mario Kart 8's been selling like it was a new game.
Oh yeah,
on that thing since they released it. So that's what I mean. It's like, even if we were thinking, well, new generation, new Mario Kart, it's almost like the Wii U didn't count in that whole formula.
Well, what it ended up doing is just bolstering the lineup of the Switch.
Right.
All of those
That's just
games.
it was a preview.
Yeah, it was a preview.
So, yeah, I kind of feel like it won't be till the next generation. I really hope I'm wrong. I would love a new Mario Kart. But
and what gimmick do you think they could bring to Mario Kart next? We had the kind of anti-grav thing.
I wouldn't even hazard a guess. I didn't know anti-grav was something that I wanted.
I still want them to introduce more Nintendo characters into Mario Kart. I mean, they started doing
more of a Smash thing.
Want them to go more Smash Brothers?
I would love them to go more Smash Brothers, including bringing characters from other franchises in. That's awesome.
That's true, because the DLC that's been released for Mario Kart 8 outside of these sort of waves, I mean, it's great that we're revisiting some of the older tracks. That is fun. It just hasn't really done much for me. But I was way more excited about, like, here's a track based on Zelda, here's a track based on F-Zero X, like, when they were bringing in some of the different not licenses but properties.
Here's a Splatoon track. They didn't do that yet.
I think we said this back when at least I feel like I did, back when Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed came out, because like that whole thing was felt like just a total celebration of Sega's library, right?
Yeah.
And it would, I mean, looking at Nintendo's library, you could imagine, like the Excite Bike track, same thing. Like that was exciting. It was different. It was weird, but it was Excite Bike, and it scratched that nostalgic itch. So
it did, for sure. Well, I'm looking forward to 2026 or by episode 1000, whichever comes first. Maybe we'll see a new Mario Kart. It's crazy that we've gone this long without one.
Yeah.
But oh well. And then hey, Dead Cells Return to Castlevania hits this week. So that's
I might
DLC
finally
for
buy
Dead
Dead
Cells.
Yeah.
It's actually downloaded already on my Switch.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's just waiting the unlock date. So
I had pre-purchased the DLC ready to go.
Yep.
For that, I'm excited.
Yes, indeed.
I want to get in back into Dead Cells. If I ever really got into it to begin with. I didn't play much of it, but I liked what I played, and Castlevania DLC makes me very interested in that. So yeah, exciting stuff. All right, so Yuji Naka, you know that guy?
I've heard of him.
He has
world famous jailbird.
Well, he hasn't gone to jail yet.
No, he has not.
Oh, okay.
He has admitted guilt, however, in the insider trading case.
Cases.
Oh yeah, multiple. Apparently, he made around $145,000 from.
Is that U.S. or
trading?
Yeah, that's U.S.
Yeah,
okay.
U.S.
Okay.
Yeah.
U.S. equivalent.
U.S. equivalent. Yes.
Right.
So there you go.
Yep, and he admitted it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yes, there's no question that I had prior knowledge to these things, to this information before it was announced, and yeah.
Is he going to jail?
Balan Wonderworld just ruins everyone's lives. Like
it did, apparently. Like we can blame everything on Balan Wonderworld. Indeed. All right. And hey, the Mario movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I dislike things getting bumped up in release dates. This is a known thing amongst the Player One podcast. You remember that old Ratchet game for PS3 that got bumped up or something?
I did not remember that.
No, I didn't either.
Anyway, so Super Mario Brothers movie is releasing 2 days early.
And this is bad to you?
Now CJ's
no. I'll see it. I'll see it.
You got over that.
I was just making a joke. I was making a early P1 podcast joke. Mr. Nelson is rolling, laughing, rolling with laughter. All right. Yes. So it'll now be out on April 5th. It was originally going to be April 7th. Now April 5th.
That's way closer than I want it to be.
Yeah. Pretty damn close. Month away, right? Yeah.
From this recording. And
there's a Nintendo Direct coming up later this week to show off the final trailer
for
the Mario movie. There will be no game announcements during that Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, they were very insistent on that, weren't they?
Yeah, no game announcements.
Yeah.
It's just going to be the Mario movie trailer.
Jack Black's going to come out, flash his junk for everyone. Get to the theaters on April 5th.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did see, that he got his junk censored.
Yeah. I don't think Greg is aware of this. Greg looks confused.
I'm not.
Doesn't sound like it.
I'm not aware of this.
So, it was Kelly Clarkson?
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Clarkson has a talk show, apparently.
Yes, she does.
I mean, who doesn't have a talk show?
That is also true.
Talk show right here.
God, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
But she recently had the cast of the Super Mario movie on.
Yep.
And the big gag was that Jack Black was wearing a Bowser Halloween costume.
Okay, I did see a picture of this.
Okay. But yeah, when he came out, because the rest of the cast was out on stage, and then he comes out in the costume, and apparently, I guess the pants were a little tight. Maybe Jack's a little too tenacious with his D, and there was a big blur over his crotch region. So and he's Jack Black, so he's Jack Blacking it up. He's doing a bunch of high kicks and jumping around and
yep.
Wiggling his butt.
There's a joke about the Mushroom Kingdom here that I can't make, but I thought it.
Yeah.
So I get credit for that.
So yeah, it's just he's dancing across the stage, and there's this big kind of blurry spot on his pants.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because America is not ready.
Not ready for
Nope.
Jack Black's.
Humankind has not evolved to the point where we can accept that.
No.
Yeah.
Violence.
Maybe
that's
one day.
okay.
We hope.
Yeah.
But not today.
Only on HBO or Showtime or Cinema. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Mario movie. Do we have you have plans to see the Mario movie? Is there a Mario movie in your future? Are you gonna try to go for opening day?
I'll see it. I don't know if I'll see it opening day, but I will.
Yeah,
see
I don't
it.
know that I'll do that, but I definitely want to. I know my kids will want to see it. So
It's only 95 minutes. So
that's
refreshing.
I was actually very pleased to hear the running time.
More movies should be.
No, I don't need to block off a whole afternoon to watch a movie. That's great.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the reason it
probably
took me so long to go see Avatar 2.
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna take up my whole day.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But with previews and trailers and all that, it'll be, touching on 2 hours.
Right.
But anyway. So hey, that's the news. Exciting stuff. Let's talk
You are
about
out of here.
what we've been playing.
Oh.
So I've been playing more PSVR 2 this week.
Well, good.
Yeah.
You bought the darn thing.
I finished
Ooh.
Moss Book 1.
Good job.
Which is a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who has a PSVR 2 and has not already played Moss should consider buying the bundle, because it is a fantastic game. Super awesome looking. And it also has the DLC. Which I don't think you played originally, Greg, right?
No, I didn't. So I just like I said before, I wish I hadn't just so recently played Moss 2. Because I would, I just don't feel like I can justify spending the cash on these games again.
Yeah.
But when they get cheap, I'll probably will. Because I wouldn't mind playing through it again and playing the DLC.
Indeed. Yeah. So I finished Moss and then went on to Book 2. So I've started Book 2. And it is so far a nice upgrade.
Yeah,
like bigger environments, and it continues to look great. I mean, the original game already looks great.
Yeah,
but Moss 2 is also very, very good. So very excited to play more of Moss Book 2.
Yeah, it's good stuff, and it really expands the gameplay too.
I've heard that. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. And there was some of that in the DLC from Book 1 as well. I also played a bunch of Horizon Call of the Mountain. I am to the point where I just finished up the Thunderjaw fight. So you fight a big Thunderjaw from the Horizon games. Thunderjaw? It's a big dinosaur that is mechanized, and it's one of the larger enemies in Horizon. So you fight it. The area that you encounter it is sort of following you as you climb up, and then you get to a point where there's the boss encounter.
Okay.
So you think you have bested it, but no, you have
not. No, you have not.
And you must challenge it in combat. And it's a fun fight. I'm still not really used to dodging as much as you need to in that game. And also, like, when you're in a battle with, these big sort of set piece enemies, it gets tiring after a while to actually like pull the arrow out from behind you and aim and shoot. Like, you actually, in the game in general, you get quite a bit of a workout because you're climbing these mountains. And
you're not really climbing with CJ.
You're not really climbing. No, you're climbing in virtual reality. But then you're having to reach behind you, get an arrow, shoot it, and all this stuff.
So you're moving your arms a lot.
You're moving your arms a whole lot. You're
waving. I don't know that that's a good workout
having
so much
to
as
lift
it just tells
anything.
us that you don't move your arms a lot.
That is, yep. That is exactly what we're finding out about me. I don't move my arms around a lot. Getting a workout from that. A seated workout. Did I tell you I played it standing last weekend.
That sounds awful. That means you'd have to use your legs too.
I had my overhead fan on.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And
oh, you're 8 feet tall.
I'm 8 feet tall anyway, so I was reaching up to get a rope to grab and hit my hand.
Oh.
It wasn't going that fast, so it didn't hurt that much, but I did do that, and now I'm only playing seated.
You could also just turn off your fan.
I mean, I could, but
or maybe
I don't want to
stand directly under your fan.
I could do that too, I guess.
I mean, how many fans do you have in that room?
Just the one.
Is it just like an Indiana Jones death trap in there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Spinning blades all over the place.
Exactly. Has to be. Yeah. Yeah, but I really continue to really like the PSVR 2. And I ordered some prescription lenses.
Yes, I can't wait to hear about these when you get them.
From a place called Real Optics.
Yeah.
They are doing a pre-order for PSVR 2 prescription lenses. So I went ahead and did that. Because VR, when you have progressive lenses, it's harder to find that sort of sweet spot for you to get everything in focus. So, I ordered lenses that'll hopefully make things a lot clearer.
Oh, good.
Excited about it.
So what do you have? You have progressive lenses. Yeah, you just said that.
I do. Yeah.
So what prescription do you use?
What
prescription do you use for that? Like
what prescription? You just send your prescription to them and they take care of it.
No, I understand that. But I mean, you progressive, you have like different levels of
two. Yeah.
So
use the closer one.
You only have 2? Mine are 3.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Mine are just 2 as well.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, but see, because I had heard from somebody else that you don't want to use like the reading prescription,
right?
Because that's not where you're focusing.
That's right.
So it's more like the mid distance. Anyway,
yeah,
you've been no help. Thank you.
I'm sorry to be no help. I just sent them the prescription like I did with my Oculus Quest prescription.
Okay,
so they'll take care of it
because you don't want the far ones because you're not looking at something far away.
They'll take care of it. They know what they're doing. I'm not an optician, not trained anyway. So
you're one of those. One of those amateur opticians.
An amateur optician. That sounds like an Adult Swim game.
I probably would have been had Adult Swim still been around, but yeah. Anyway, so I also played a little bit of the Galaxy's Edge Star Wars demo.
I play that.
Oh, right.
It's really good. Like I really liked it, but it was very, very short. Unless there's sort of branching paths in the level that you're in. And it's possible that the branching path I took was just right to the exit. Where it said that's the end of the demo. But I was having quite a bit of fun playing that. The shooting is nice in that. So,
yeah, I really need to play. I haven't gotten back to doing. I have all those demos downloaded, and I just didn't get a chance this week. This week was super busy. I didn't get a chance to play them some more. Although I did get a hard case for my VR helmet. PSVR 2.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, my son has something similar for his MetaQuest 2. So because otherwise it was just I see how you store yours back there behind you, CJ. It was just
well, I have a hard case for my Quest as well.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to get one of these too, and it came with little lens condoms so that the USB plug doesn't scratch the lens, because you got to coil the cable up to make it all fit in there. And so where you coil the cable is right next to where the lenses are. Because it's not a very big case, right? It's tall, but it's not very long.
Right.
So it came with these cool little just rubber slip over things that go over the lenses to protect them from, the sharp metal in the USB thing. That was smart.
Yeah.
Lens condoms.
I like it.
Check them out.
Lens Condoms TM.
Mm-hmm. It should be.
All right. And then I also played a game called Bonfire Peaks. It's a puzzle game. And there's a trial for it on your PlayStation Plus service. And the sort of tagline of the game is burn your possessions. Oh, I'm sorry. Set your belongings on fire on a beautiful voxel art puzzle island.
Isn't that just a Little Inferno? Remember that game?
I do remember that game. I don't think it's like that.
Yeah.
But you're this little voxel character, and you have to get your belongings, which are like one box of belongings, into these bonfires. And the way your movement is only like forward, like you can only move like a certain way, and if anything is blocking your hands holding the thing, you can't move that direction. So you have to kind of figure out, you have to puzzle out where to move this guy so that you can turn your belongings into the flames.
Okay.
If you've ever played Steven's Sausage Roll on Steam, which you probably have not.
Nope.
Not a real game.
It reminds me a little bit of that. But it's pretty enjoyable. Like it's sort of chill. It has a very quick restart. Like all you have to do is hit the triangle button and it restarts you. You can also like move backwards. You can like, so if you made a wrong move, you can like erase. You can undo that one.
I love how that's a selling point. You can move backwards in this one.
In a puzzle game like this, where your movement, like, and the order that you do things,
Right.
That's very
No,
important.
I get it. I get it.
Move by move.
I understand. Yes,
right.
I absolutely get it. It's just
Like
an amusing
Sokoban.
bullet point.
It
The
is
back to the box. Move backwards.
You can undo your moves. I like that. And then you get these little boxes each time you complete a level, and you then stack those up, and those become stairs to the next area, next little puzzle hub, which I thought was pretty nice. Anyway, it's kind of a chill puzzle game, and it's available on, I think, multiple systems now, but they have that trial up on PlayStation, so I gave it a try. It's an hour-long trial, and I quite enjoyed it. I might end up picking it up on Switch, actually, because it seems like it'll be a nice portable game. But I appreciate the trial on PlayStation.
It's probably fine, but it doesn't sound as good as Humanity. The upcoming.
Well, but what could be?
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Humanity, right?
And New Lemmings?
No, they are not making one of those. No, Humanity is the only one. The one true puzzle platformer. And yeah, I played some Humanity this week, obviously, because we're running the demo, and people are making user stages. And it was, so I don't know if I've talked about this on the show, but before we launched the demo, we were very concerned, like, this is a user generated content game. Like, how long is it going to be before somebody makes something offensive?
Before Steven makes his sausage roll.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get it.
Exactly.
I get it.
And we had like a moderation plan, and we had like the moderators from our Discord were helping out on moderating the levels, and we were all like ready to pounce on the first thing that goes up. Like, what are we going to see? Is it going to be genitalia? Is it going to be swastikas? Like, what are we going to like have to
maybe both.
First? Maybe both. We're going to have to ban all those users, but
right.
Shockingly, there wasn't anything bannable until like late this week. Somebody then made some genitalia. So
my level finally went through.
Your level finally made it up.
Good.
And then we had to take it down.
Well, I tried.
Yeah. But yeah, there are a ton of user stages, and some of them are so awesome. Like, I'm really loving seeing people use the tools that the devs use to make the game, to make their own levels. So it's been very good. Yeah. Anyway, that demo goes offline tonight. So unfortunately, if you're listening to
So
the
if you're
show,
listening
you
to
can no
this-
longer
Too late.
play it.
Yeah.
Please buy the game when it is
That's
released.
good marketing right there.
Please wish list and look forward to the release in May.
Wish listing actually does help devs out, right?
It absolutely does, especially on Steam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Steam, a lot of like the chances that your game will be recommended to others increases the more people wish list.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's just like YouTube, where the best way to get popular is to be popular.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. But and it also shows Valve that there's interest in this game. Maybe you want to feature it. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So it does help. Please wish list Humanity on Steam. Thank you.
It is on my wish list. I just checked.
I did see that you wish listed it. Thank you so much, Phil. I'm looking at Greg now. Greg, you have
do you somehow have access to my wish list?
I get to see, if I'm your friend, I get to see that you've wish listed it.
Oh, is that? Oh God, can you see everything I've wish list?
No.
I got a lot of hentai stuff on here that I've been
you can
meaning to
hide
buy.
your wish list. You can make it public or hide it. But yeah.
No, I haven't. I do have it wish listed.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, and I've been playing a little game called Fortnite. Still playing that
game.
I'm gonna finish the battle pass for this season, so I'm very happy.
Congratulations.
And the new season starts this week. Starts later this week. Yeah. So I've got Geralt. I finished all of the quests to get Geralt.
Good.
Which is nice. And I'm almost at level 100. I'm at level 96
out
of 100 now. So yes, indeed. Is Finn still playing?
He is not as. I mean, he finished the season pass a while ago, so he's.
I would assume.
Yeah. He hasn't been playing it as much as he was, but he was playing it with his friends the other night.
Yeah.
And he was showing me he got Geralt.
Yeah.
The Witcher.
And
he was showing me some of the other kind of higher.
His glider is hilarious. It's just a big inflatable horse.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
That's great.
Love it. But yeah, the new season starts this week. Very excited.
And is Creed in Fortnite now?
Creed is in Fortnite, yes.
Okay. Because we were at the movie theater yesterday. And because we had his birthday party. Finn's birthday party was yesterday, and we did that thing where you rent out a theater to watch a movie with him and his buddies.
Yeah.
And we were walking to the theater, and they had the posters and the big stand up standy things for Creed.
Mm-hmm.
So him and his friends were like, "Oh, it's Creed. It's in Fortnite." Because that's all that is to they don't know anything about the Rocky series.
Right.
It's just, to them, it's just, oh, it's that guy from Fortnite.
Yep.
So.
And all the Marvel stuff is back up too.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of which I only have, I think I only picked up Guardians of the Galaxy stuff.
Okay.
So Star-Lord and the ship.
Now, is Killmonger in there?
I don't know who that is.
Killmonger is the villain from the first Black Panther movie. And he's also Creed.
Sure. I am not
Michael
sure.
B. Jordan.
Yeah.
And Michael in the new Creed movie, it's Killmonger fighting Kang the Conqueror.
Okay.
Because it's the guy who plays Kang.
CJ doesn't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Never mind.
I do not.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Greg knows.
Yeah.
Sounds like your ship is not as tight as your shirt advertises, CJ.
Apparently not.
Maybe you need to tighten it up a bit.
Maybe I need to.
Yeah.
Well. Anyway, that's what I've been playing.
Good.
Yeah. So, Greg, you want to tell us about what you've been playing?
I'll tell you what. I've been on Tuesday nights, Twitch TV /Sewart. Been playing Shining games. I was going to say Shining Force, but the Shining series by Sega.
Like with Jack Nicholson?
No.
Shelley Duvall?
No, still no. And I just finished Shining in the Darkness this week.
Okay.
About 20-ish hours in. I'll tell you, man, that game really holds up. It sounds good.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's actually really well balanced. I remembered it being some kind of grind fest, and it really isn't. It's like surprisingly well balanced, even by modern standards, I would say, because yeah, like you would enter every time. It's a dungeon crawler, and every time you entered a new floor, you kind of like you definitely were underpowered. But if you just kind of, work your way forward to the point that you're kind of your MP is depleted and you're low on HP and everything, and then you just like escape. And you normally would have saved up enough cash to buy better equipment, the equipment you need, and then like you just probably another run like that, and your kind of your party's level was balanced with that floor, and then you would carry on. So anyway, I finished it this week. Super happy to do that because I do count that as one of my favorite games, but I had not played through it since it came out. I bought it in 1991 and played right through it then. And back then I wasn't using any maps or anything. I was actually I wish I had the graph paper sheets that I'd drawn the maps on, but that was how I mapped it out. And I did use maps on the internet this time around, obviously, but yeah, like and I think we have some of the people who hang out in my channel in the chat here, and I think pretty much everybody really enjoyed it a lot. Had a great sense of humor too, and the character designs, the early those Shining games, the Climax Entertainment games. I don't remember the name of the character designer, but God, I love the way those characters are drawn.
Oh yeah,
that was one of the best parts of all the Shining games up until the point that I believe that designer ended up leaving. So anyway, yeah, played through that, which means that this coming Tuesday I'm starting Shining Force.
Now, Greg, would you call that a JRPG series?
Oh boy, are we doing this?
Here we go.
Can I say that I was, and this is not me being reductive in any way. I totally get why people find that I guess offensive is the word I'm looking for.
Derogatory?
Derogatory, yeah, that's a better word. But I legitimately had never, I don't want to say I'd never heard it used that way. I'd never noticed it used that way.
Yeah, same here actually.
Because yeah, I mean, I've used that term. I've always used, not always. I remember using that term back in the 90s.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And for me, it was like to describe the RPGs I liked.
Right.
I like Japanese RPGs.
At the time, too, there were computer RPGs, like Western made,
right?
CRPGs,
Might and Magic type stuff
that were not good.
No, or at least they weren't what I wanted. Now there were people who grew up on CRPGs who absolutely adore them, and I get it.
Yeah.
But that's the whole reason why I felt the need to differentiate the two.
Yeah.
Because when I said RPG, Ultima was the farthest thing from what I meant. You know what I mean? Like that's just not at all what I was interested in.
Right.
When I said JRPG, I was talking about like Dragon Warrior and Final Fantasy and
Lunar
and Shining and Lunar and so. But all that being said, totally get how it could be taken as derogatory, and over the last week, totally seeing how it's been used. In derogatory ways, and okay.
I mean, I think
I get it.
I think you could use it in the same way that people use the word anime. Like, oh, that's so anime. Could be a positive, could be a negative. Like,
I mean,
depends on the audience that you're talking to, right? Like, JRPG for me, at least in the early 2000s, late 90s, that was a positive. Like, that's
absolutely
what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? Now that I've seen all that, yeah, sure, I'll take that out of my lexicon. I don't care.
Yeah. But I do
I'll
like
drop that letter.
Final Fantasy is it sounds like they're going a more action route for
I don't
16.
like that at all. But
so I think that's interesting. I probably still won't play it, but
say that, and I really enjoyed the 7 remake. Like I was convinced to play the 7 remake, and I really liked it a lot. But I still haven't sort of brought myself to try, because there's a demo for 16, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought there was. I seem to remember seeing John Riccardi talking about playing it.
No.
Maybe it's not a demo. Maybe he's just had a chance to play it.
But they invited press. They did press previews.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
I'm just going to start using the term Dragon Quest clones.
Ah.
I'm just going to say RPG, and if someone asks me to expand on that, I will. I don't care.
Role-playing game.
Non-Elder Scrolls.
But yeah, I'm being totally legitimate when I'm saying, like, I was absolutely fascinated by the whole discussion this week. Now, of course, it's generally devolved into what everything devolves into on the internet.
Yeah.
Where people digging in their heels and saying somebody's wrong or right for feeling the way they feel. But
sure.
You know, I just, for me, I do not give a shit if dropping the J means that it's more inclusive. Fine. Yeah. That is absolutely what I'm going to do, because it's stupid to get worked up over not being able to say JRPG.
Yeah.
Or not feeling like you can. So anyway, but it was fascinating to see that this week. I learned something. I felt like I learned something.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've been playing is Metroid Prime. Still playing through Metroid Prime Remastered. Now that I've finished Dead Space, I went back to Metroid Prime, and I made a purchase this week. Actually, last week, but it came this week. I got a Hori split pad.
Oh,
those
are great.
Those are great.
They are fantastic. And I first got to try one of these. Actually, a listener probably in the chat. Yeah, he's in the chat. I see him there. Scoop Joey. When we were, I think it was when we were hanging out in Toronto, he swears by these. And so I first got to try it. And it's like, I hadn't really taken the plunge because I haven't been playing my Switch a whole lot over the last year. And when I wasn't playing portable, mainly because, not because I don't like playing portably. I do like the idea of it, but I hate the Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
In that form, like using them for motion controls or whatever, they're fine. But, you know, as sort of how I'm controlling and handling the Switch, I find them very uncomfortable. So that's why I never played portably. But now I'm playing Metroid Prime, and it's like, man, I'd like to be able to just play this like it's a Switch game. Just pull it out of the dock whenever I feel like it and play it portably. So I finally took the plunge on the split pad. Yeah, so it's the Hori split pad, and it's literally like taking one of the Gamepad Pros and cutting it in half and clicking it to either side of the screen.
Yeah.
It's
my only issue with the Hori split pad Pro. Well, I have a couple of issues, I guess. It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
It is a little bit big.
That's why I have the Binbach Joy-Con that are these are the mini Joy-Con, and they're actually the same sort of ergonomics as the split pad, but smaller.
Now, you know, Hori did do smaller versions.
They did do a smaller version. They have released that recently.
Yeah, I actually have.
I've heard they're very nice.
I have, because I got the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet OLED Switch when that came out, and I wanted to have the Hori split pad on there, and they came out with ones that are decorated with like Gengar.
Oh,
so that's thematically appropriate, and they're actually very comfortable. They are a bit smaller than the ones you have, Greg, but beefy enough for grown-up hands.
So the two things that I've kind of gotten out of this is that, I mean, you know, I have been playing a lot of Metroid Prime off screen. It's fantastic. So I'm really happy with the purchase in general. Like, you know, you could sit here and say maybe the pads are a little bit bigger than I'd like. They're still so much better than using the Joy-Cons.
Absolutely. Very comfortable.
But now I've always been sort of anti third-party controller. I never ever purchased third-party controllers.
Right.
So this is like an extra step for me, because I just,
this is Hori.
I know. I know that. I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying I've always been that way.
This ain't
But
Mad Cats.
You mentioned the OLED Switch, and that was one of the things that I kind of rolled my eyes at because I didn't play my Switch off screen.
Right.
I always played it docked, and now that I'm playing it off screen, it's like, man, an OLED Switch would be really nice.
It really is.
And Prime looks so good on
It
the
really
OLED
is.
screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the other thing about the Hori split pad is it doesn't have gyro or rumble.
Yeah, you lose all that.
Damn about the gyro, but the rumble I do miss. But I don't miss it enough to use the Joy-Cons.
The rumble is more important for sure.
Yeah.
The Binbox Slims that I have do have rumble.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But
it feels like Nokia
batteries in those?
candy bar cell phone rumble.
Okay.
From back in the early 2000s.
Do you have to put batteries in them though, or does it draw power from the Switch?
It draws power from the Switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the big selling point for me was that it has an actual D-pad.
Yeah, that's the other.
That's a big one. That's a big thing. Yeah.
Man, I understand why the Joy-Cons don't.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make me like it.
I would really want to see Nintendo make a first-party version of the split pad Pro, right? Like see what they could do with that. Like, I like the Joy-Con, like you were saying, they're fine for motion controls. It's fine for, in a pinch.
No,
but I'd like something more like the Binbox or the Hori split pad.
Yeah, but the reason why, like, I found myself because I was before I bought this, when I wanted to play it off screen, I was still using the Pro pad.
Oh,
so I was just using the kickstand on this thing, and it's like, well, this is dumb. Like, I feel stupid doing this. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't really have much more to say about Prime Remastered. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's such a great remake. Coming off the total joy that was the Dead Space remake, I'm feeling spoiled. So, but I'm hoping to have it finished. I'm getting pretty far along, so I'm hoping I have it finished this week. But
Nintendo had to promise that they were going to make more physical copies of Metroid Prime Remastered, which I think is just amazing, considering Metroid is not one of the series that's sells historically a whole lot of units, and also it came out digital like 2 weeks before physical, and they still have to make more.
Yeah.
So
that's it. That's what I've been playing.
Okay, well, Phil.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
I haven't been playing much this week, if I'm being perfectly honest. I've just been very busy.
Yeah.
I need to get back into Dead Space. Now that I've
damn right you do.
Now that I finished off Hi-Fi Rush, I need to get back into Dead Space and then probably move on to Prime. But I've been playing just random little things this week. You know what I was doing? I'd busted out my Nintendo 3DS this week because
I had mine sitting right here too.
Look at that. Mine's always right here, ready for whenever I might need it. Because the eShop's getting shut down at the end of the month.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So I'm, I wanted to make sure I had everything I wanted to get while the getting is good. Specifically, I was stocking up on some work-related games. Some of the virtual console releases and such.
Yep.
But then I was going through looking up lists of best eShop games to download, and I had most of them, but I grabbed a couple that I'd not had. I picked up I haven't tried playing it yet, but I picked up one called Weapon Shop de Omasei, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And it's a it's like a I guess the trappings of it are kind of like an RPG, but the gimmick is that you are not the adventurer, you are the person who runs the weapon shop, and you have to forge all these powerful weapons for heroes to come in and buy from you and stuff like that.
I have heard good things about that game.
Yeah, a lot of people like it's a level 5 game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that explains it.
That's possible. So I picked that one. It was like $8 or something like that. So I grabbed that. The one that I actually started playing a little bit of is called Siesta Fiesta, which is it's like an
For that,
Arkanoid.
you just took a nap.
Basically, yes. No, it's like an Arkanoid game.
Mhm.
It's the gimmick, at least so far. I don't know if this changes as it goes on, but it's like a side scrolling Arkanoid clone. So the screen is kind of auto scrolling, and blocks are coming by while you're bouncing the ball around. So you gotta, you're just trying to rack up as many points until you get to the end of the level without missing. So, and I do love a good Arkanoid clone. So I was having some fun with it. I'm going to play some more of it, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Oh, I was looking at what games were on sale on the 3DS eShop, and they have a whole bunch of those like Japanese train simulators.
Oh, right, yeah,
on sale for like $2 each.
I've always been fascinated by those games.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know what? They're like $2 each. Okay. I think they were all listed as like normally $20. So I think they're just trying to get in as many last minute sales before the thing shuts down. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll watch video footage, and it's all 3D. It's it's 3DS, so it's nice looking 3D stuff. Of just take a little train ride through Japan. Why not?
Yeah.
But the big thing I got this week was the hot new Switch release. Everyone's talking about this stupid Metroid. Who cares? And talking about custom controllers. Talking about buying new controllers for your Switch. I absolutely did. The hot new game, Give Me Toilet Paper, was released this week.
Okay.
Have you seen this game?
I saw you tweet about it.
This is a game where you control a roll of toilet paper, and you need to roll past obstacles. You are up at the top of a maze, and it's like a tilt control kind of game where you need to tilt past laser beams and buzzsaws and various obstacles in order to deliver yourself to the poor man down at the bottom of the screen, who is caught literally with his pants down, having just defecated, and he's out of toilet paper. It's up to you to rescue him.
There's an urgent need
from this.
And now, are you a sentient toilet roll?
I mean, you are moving under your own machinations, so I guess so.
And you want to be
used. You want to have presumably the layers of your own skin to be peeled off
and then dipped in.
And
what are
I don't know if it's dipped in. I don't know how you use toilet paper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Damn.
Like, are you standing on your head as you're dipping it in? Just see how much you can cram up there and then just pull it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a magician.
No, I get it.
Handkerchiefs out the sleeve.
Yeah. But the way you control this game, the way you are supposed to control it anyway, is you fashion your own controller. You take off one of the Joy-Cons, and you get a roll of toilet paper, and you put the Joy-Con in the toilet paper tube, and then you get like a big sheet of cardboard, and you balance it on there, and then you tilt the cardboard left and right, which causes the toilet paper roll to move back and forth, and that controls your on-screen toilet paper avatar.
Wow.
And it actually works pretty well.
So you actually have to have like another piece of cardboard to.
Yeah, you'll definitely want to have like a.
You can't like roll it on the ground or something.
I mean, you could, but that is, I would consider that cheating, because that is much easier.
Okay.
It's because it's very easy to just, basically, because at that point you're just rolling the roll of toilet paper with your hand.
Yeah.
That's almost like using like a paddle controller. Where the idea is you want to have that sort of, whoa, I'm trying to balance it on the board, and it's more exciting that way.
I see.
So
did the game tell you to do that, or did you just
it does
do that? Oh,
yes, it absolutely does. When you first start the game, it brings up a little tutorial of here's how to make your custom controller. It goes by step, telling you how to place the Joy-Con into the toilet paper roll. You'll wad up a couple little tissues and shove it in there just to make sure that the Joy-Con doesn't fall out.
Okay.
And then it's up to you and your cardboard and your toilet paper to roll into action.
I see.
It was. I mean, it's obviously it's a very cheaply made game. It's a clear joke. It's a clear like no budget joke game. But it was actually kind of fun for what it was.
Okay.
I mean, $39.99, maybe a little expensive, but
it's not actually that.
The experience, the novelty of it. No, it was
$39.99 plus the cost of a roll of toilet paper.
Yeah, plus I mean, you got to supply your own toilet paper.
Yeah.
Or swipe one from from a friend's house. You could probably get away with that. What are they going to do? Call you?
It'd be a weird thing to get caught stealing from a friend's house.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's $5.
$5.
It's $5. It was free for me. Thanks to
your
gold coins.
Gold points.
Yeah. So. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing. Little eShop games and the toilet paper switch game.
Naturally.
Yeah. So.
Well, I guess that means it's time for tweets.
Oh, twiddly-diddly-dee. A twiddly-diddly-dee. Tweet. A tweet. A tweet.
All right, let's do this one from listener Adam, who says, I've always been curious about your dislike of weapon degradation in Breath of the Wild. If you have an inventory full of weapons, which is easy enough to acquire, it's simple enough to switch to the next weapon. What about it specifically bothers you all so much? Thanks. Love the show. By the way, I should preface this saying that I have no problem with that system. It is only these other two that do.
It's a break in the action. I'm sitting there in the middle of a fight. Suddenly my weapon breaks. Now I have to bring up a subscreen. I have to flip through pages upon pages of different weapons that I have collected.
Well, if you don't have them organized, you have to organize.
But isn't organizing them taking more time?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
So yeah, it's
isn't
either
it a one
I'm
button, isn't it a one button thing to organize them?
I don't give a damn.
But I still have to flip through even if they're organized, I'm still flipping through, finding the best ones.
Yeah.
Like what's the best one? And then I arm it and then back into action. And then another 10 minutes go by and then I'm doing it all over again. It is a break. It disrupts the flow of gameplay.
Yeah. I saw this likened to ammunition in a shooter.
Well,
that's
in a shooter,
what this is.
If I run out of ammunition, I press a button, sometimes just the fire button, and it will automatically reload for me.
That's a good point. Well, what if in Breath of the Wild 2, they had a system where it just selects the next weapon for you?
If I was swinging a sword and the sword broke, and me hitting the sword button again just instantly brought out the next sword, that's fine.
But then, but wouldn't that kill the whole point of having all these different types of weapons?
And absolutely would. Which is why when people are like, "Well, you end up with 1,000,000 swords. Why does it matter?"
That's part of the problem.
Well, if you end up with 1,000,000 swords and you constantly have 20 different weapons in your inventory to switch to, what's the purpose of that mechanic anyway? It's just an extra step that breaks the flow of the action. It breaks the immersion, and it ain't no fun. And on that,
I didn't think it broke the immersion. It didn't break it for me.
Yeah,
I was fine with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see how it
Yeah.
Might. I mean, you're used to Mega Man games where you're just shooting a Mega Buster. So, yeah.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Imagine if I'm playing.
Oh, you got him going now.
Imagine if I'm playing Give Me Toilet Paper, and I'm halfway through the first level, and someone comes over and sets my roll of toilet paper that I'm swishing back and forth on my cardboard. They put a match to it, and now I have to put it down. I have to pause my game. I have to go into the bathroom.
Yeah.
I have to get another roll of toilet paper. I have to bring it back out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, yeah, you got a whole bunch of rolls of toilet paper in your house. It's not a problem.
That's right.
Yeah, but I had
just
to
look
stop.
at it like ammunition.
Well, yeah, you know what? If that person lit my roll of toilet paper on fire and then just immediately put another one in its place, yeah, okay, there we go. There's not really much of a point to it. You're just interrupting the gameplay. I'm not a fan of weapon degradation.
So people in the chat are saying that the problem here is that we're missing the point of Breath of the Wild. I would argue that I'm not missing the point of Breath of the Wild. I don't like what Breath of the Wild is.
Well, there you go.
This is weird to be on a podcast with two people that don't really like Breath of the Wild.
I mean, I liked it enough to play through it.
Yeah,
but I mean, say you're missing the point all you like. That's fine. But I mean, that wasn't what I wanted from Zelda.
No,
it's another one. It's another one of those series that, like I mentioned with Final Fantasy and other series as well. Like, I get it, and that's what it is now, and that's what's appealing to people, and that's fantastic. But that doesn't mean I have to like it.
I'll just be glad that it's Link to the Past
it's just outgrown me.
I'll be happy that Link Between Worlds still exists, and I can play those whenever I want. And
do you think they do it?
And I say that fully intending to buy and play through Breath of the Wild too.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm not going to buy Breath of the Wild too.
On the spectrum of Zelda games,
yeah,
Breath of the Wild's pretty low on my list.
Do we think they will address the weapon degradation thing in any way into?
I don't think so.
You don't think they will?
I would imagine not.
I would love it if they did, but I don't expect them to, and I don't blame them if they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this.
You chose the tweet, bro.
What?
You chose the tweet.
I did choose the tweet. You're right.
What'd you want?
Let's do this one from hacker alias Sam Q Wood, who says, if the P1P crew were to be memorialized as a kitschy roadside attraction, what would it look like? And how would you attract tourists?
Well, it would be like those big fiberglass dinosaurs from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but it would just be the three of us.
Yep.
And you'd be able to like crawl inside our mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would exit through where?
You know where.
I mean,
don't be gross, CJ.
Right where you dip your toilet paper, CJ.
I see. Yeah.
Exit through the rear. Right into the gift shop. Yeah. There's so many copies of Burnout Paradise you can buy.
Well, yeah, you'd be able to purchase your extra
minimum
copies
purchase.
Hey, Burnout Paradise. There's another series I love that changed so much I didn't like it anymore.
That's true. Oh boy. Remember how good the other Burnout games were until we got to Paradise?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's that open world curse.
Yep.
Yeah. It would definitely have a one of those Moldoramas, though. I'll tell
Bet
you
it
what.
would. Oh my gosh.
We'd have Moldoramas for each of us, maybe. Mine would be a pirate ship. Clearly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pirate ship.
Mine would just be the sewer shark.
Oh.
Mine would just be my big grinning head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Thanks for the $5, sucker.
All right. Let's do this one.
Okay.
From hacker alias M84 Man. Mate 4 Man? Meet Foreman. I don't know. My kids and I have been playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. What would be a good Pokemon game to play after we finish?
All of them.
The answer, of course, all of them.
Multiples, please.
I think Pokemon Snap would probably be a good place to move after
Pokemon
a
Snap
main
is always
line.
a good place to move.
You have a nice little like palate cleanser there.
I'm going to remove myself from this conversation because I am clearly biased.
You are Tobias.
It's true.
Yeah.
More so than John.
Ugh. And I would go straight into Scarlet or Violet. Like if they've enjoyed Let's Go Pikachu and they have the basics of Pokemon combat and everything, just go right to the main line. Just go right in. Dive right in. That's what I say.
I don't have any opinion after Snap, but Snap is definitely your next step.
So, yeah, Snap. I mean, they made a new Snap for the Switch, but the other one is also on the original is also on Nintendo Switch Online, right? So
Yes,
you can try that too. Yes, indeed. All right, let's do this from listener John, who says, do you have anything special in store for episode 1000?
Oh my gosh.
Topical.
What a
Beginning of
coinky
season
ding.
2.
Timely question. Yeah, the start of season 2, first of all.
Yeah.
It's going to be darker, grittier.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to basics. Phil's going to be off the show by then.
Oh my God, I can only hope.
That's what we mean by basics.
Yeah. We're bringing back Dormer. He's coming back.
You're going back to the SOCOM mics?
Yep.
Yeah.
Finally.
You're
You're going to start doing like episode 0 with all the drive time morning
With all
zoo
the-
sound effects?
The sound effects, of course. Yeah. Got to do
Excellent.
that.
I love it.
Absolutely. No, we'll probably have Rich Grisham on again for episode 1000, right? Probably
It's
do
up to
something like
Rich.
Yeah, I think that's more his choice than ours.
We don't control him.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll do something fun
We haven't
or
thought that far
nothing
ahead.
at all.
We don't know.
Yeah, we really
Yeah.
didn't. We really haven't thought that far ahead.
No.
You're talking a couple years from now.
Yeah.
I know. We're gonna be old.
Yeah, we're gonna be old. Yeah.
Mhm. That would be
All
the
right.
moment.
I think that's it. I think that's the show.
Oh,
Right? Feels pretty good.
I don't know. Let's ask Rich Grisham.
Okay.
Call in, Rich.
He's not in the chat.
Let us know.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, please direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitter or @P1Podcast at mastodon.social. We also have a internet website that you can go to, player1podcast.com. There you'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward. You'll find Generation 16 episodes as they happen. Thumbs up from Greg. You'll also find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about during this episode, and a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Stitcher Radio or on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Twitch.televisions, all over the internet. Just follow our Twitter account or our Mastodon account to find out when we are doing our next live show. Typically, it is Sunday nights at 5:30 specific time. So join us, won't you? And I'll tell you what, if you like what you've heard, and how could you? You can head over to patreon.com/P1Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. I am eventually going to need my stomach pumped. I'm drinking too much Pepsi cross Peeps. I'm sorry. And, given our healthcare system here in the United States, I'm going to need your funding to do it.
Be the
So
feel
give
good
early
story of
and
the
give
year.
often, friends.
Hmm.
No, of course, your Patreon dollars go to support our wonderful little show. Keeps us live streaming most weeks and all that stuff. And we certainly appreciate it. I'll tell you what, if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
Cheap.
you gain access to a special weekly bonus episode. We record it right after this, where we play games, crack wise, having fun, doing all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. And I mean, they let us drink this garbage on the show. So what are we doing over there? Well, you'll just have to tune in to find out. CJ,
Yeah,
do we have a game for this week?
we do have a game for this week.
Oh, good.
It is from friend of the show, Chris Baker.
Uh-oh.
Oh, geez. It's probably
is-
something really stupid and nerdy, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Is this in retaliation for my chance cubes?
Absolutely.
Possible.
Is this because I
Possible.
was showing him my chance cubes?
I think it is possible. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he can't say he hasn't seen them at this point.
Oh no, they're right here. If you're tuning in, you're seeing my chance cubes right now. Anyway,
So
what is
I'll
this
read
game of his?
I'll read the setup because it's kind of funny.
Oh, good.
I've been playing around with Chat GPT, and I
Oh,
figured
boy.
it could be
it
could be fun to get you guys a quiz in a few seconds. It worked. I asked it one question: what are 30 NES games whose first letters begin between G and Q? Then I told it, write me a funny haiku for each of those games. Do not include the name of the game or any of its characters in the haiku. I took 25 of them and created the quiz. Do take note, though, ChatGPT does not necessarily follow directions. Some of these haikus absolutely have game and or character names within them, and it's entirely possible some fail at actually being haikus. Nonetheless, pretty impressive.
So Seabake has got us our first AI generated quiz.
Yep. AI generated quiz.
Yeah, we need some AI generated hosts.
Oh
I
boy.
love this. I love this.
Seabake.
And he doesn't want us to play as a team. He wants us to play individually.
Oh, no.
Oh really?
Yes.
Why are you harshing our buzz, Seabake?
This is going to be super fun.
Okay.
I'm very excited by it.
That sounds like it's going to be bonkers. So please tune in, Patreon friends. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, if you have a couple bucks left over, head over to patreon.com/Greg Seward to help support Greg's outstanding, and it is outstanding, web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil. And if you are a patron supporter of the $5 tier,
Also cheap.
Satan, you get access to the Weekly Commute, which is a vlog series that I do every week talking about the episodes, the videos I'm working on, and other stuff. The Welco Meet Todd Next T level write-ups on Player One Podcast, for example. The latest episode of Generation 16. Anything else is kind of on my brain at the time. And what I have been doing lately is going through some old gaming age reviews that I wrote back in 1997 and 8-ish. Because hey, there's nothing the internet likes more, I found out this week, than old video game journalism. So but no, I've been reading them because it's kind of fun to read what 21-year-old Greg was writing to build his portfolio and start his career, and also playing those games again and sort of seeing how those thoughts hold up. So far so good. Last week I did an N64 game called Aero Gauge, which is kind of like an F-Zero clone.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, please consider supporting the show. All the money goes back into the show, into Generation 16. So yeah, all of it helps a lot.
Very nice.
Cool.
Okay. We're done?
Think so.
Done.
CJ?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Phil.
Hey, you got it, dude. Gregory.
Yo.
Thank you as also well.
Thank you, Philip.
Of course. And a big old thank you to you, our wonderful, wonderful listeners. Every single darned one of you Remember, as always, take care of yourself, your loved ones, your family, your friends. Do what you got to do to be safe. Be nice to each other. Be kind. We love you all very much. And we hope to see you next week, and we hope to see you on January 18th, 2026 for our big 1000th episode extravabration.
Written entirely by AI.
Now, if we can do this, if we can figure that out, that's going to give me a lot more free time. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. Goodbye, dear friends.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Uh-oh.